Penis.
Stop! No! Just we're live!
Rippin' pepperoni YouTube VOD, jeez.
Penis isn't a bad word.
It is!
Unfortunately, according to YouTube, it fucking is.
Oh, well now we're gonna be fucking demonetized. It wasn't me. I didn't make the fart noise. I didn't do it.
Cut this part.
Hey Austin, can you cut this part? Can you cut this part?
Reroll.
Can we also get Bracky to draw a thumbnail with like in 3-point perspective with like stairs in the background? Draw a crowd that's reacting to something. Hi,
Very
chat.
Who are you people?
Very important. Hob needed to be tucked in.
Oh.
Yeah, can you, Bracky? Can you draw that in a cave? Actually, you know what? When you're done, I've changed my mind. Can you put it on the beach with the sunlight? And can you put all the characters in armor that's reflective? Thanks.
Yep. And no short stacks. You need to draw 10-foot tall skinny people.
Listen, Bracky drew Oss, and he drew him real good.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh yeah, I know.
the boy can do it. You know, he's very, as much as he'll claim to the contrary, the boy can absolutely draw different types of characters.
He's so fast, it's unreal.
Oh, he's so good, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll need to cut out this entire front section because all of you said penis, and also because we're complimenting Bracky, so it all has to go.
It's gone. Retape the whole thing.
You know what, I'm just gonna say stop streaming.
Yeah, and the stream go live again.
Yeah.
God.
Round 2, everybody.
Hob is comfortable and adorable, but he is also very filthy. He is so dirty right now. He needs a bath so badly. He's 2 weeks out of a bath, and you can tell. Luckily, he cleans, like, Goblin, but she's also gross, but Hob is, like, dirtball extreme.
Dude, this is a dumb question. Do groomers accept Sphinx cats?
They do, but it's really hard to find a groomer in my town that'll take cats in, because a few of them are allergic to cats, ironically, so... But you can't.
All
you
right.
can't take them. You can't take them to groomers. Honestly, I wouldn't mind taking him to a groomer, but I don't even know who in town could take him in and do it.
Maybe take him to a car wash. They'll like power wash him.
Oh
or
my
something.
god.
Looking at the car.
Just get one of those like sprayers that like it's got like the water thing.
I
and you
wish
just pump
I
it up
wish I
and-
had a hose for him, because like oh boy could he use it sometimes. I have like a bath brush for him, and it's just like it is like washing your car. You just like scrub him, and you just see the dirt all rolling off. It's like
I need to draw you like holding that hose and that meme of like the dog
The
being
dog
sprayed
getting
and
sprayed.
screaming,
Oh
and
my
it's just
God.
Hob just screaming.
That rendition of that, my favorite rendition of that, like, WikiHow is where it's, like, literally a goblin, and it's, like, 4 points of damage is the spray, and then the dog is a wizard, a level 1 wizard.
Oh my gosh.
3 points of damage. The level 1 wizard. Ah!
Wilhelm scream just ah!
Oh my god.
We are back.
I
I'm
wish I
sorry,
could do
everybody,
that.
we did not have Mass Effect today, but tomorrow we'll be having Mass Effect. It's rescheduled for tomorrow. So hopefully...
Go ahead.
No, go on, Thera.
I was gonna say we're gonna have a massive effect on this Stormwreck Isle, so it's kind of in. Anyway,
There you go. Cope. Oh, I forgot to post.
Gentle golf clap.
Hold on, I forgot to post I had to paint my little myconids. I have some new paints that I tested out.
What if they were purple?
Well, they're- And then here is the myconid adults. I got some army painter speed
Well, you're gonna have to
paints.
show off chat. Like,
Oh my god, okay, hold on. Oh god, no, I cannot show chat this. This is like horribly zoomed.
oh,
You'll
All
get
you-
roasted by chat.
All you need to know, chat, is I painted some gosh darn mushroom minis. I also made the spore servant octopus, which I don't have a photo of, and some other minis, because I got some army painter speed paint that I tried out, and it's my goal with my miniatures for D&D are not for them to look great, it's for them to be done. So.
Yep.
That is honestly a great place to start with painting minis, and like that builds into being like more like you'll get better at the technique, but getting it done is honestly most of the battle for a lot of painting.
Well, I've done like really nice paint jobs on like my Warhammer, which is where I like put most of my effort.
Oh
but
yeah,
then-
I've seen some of your Warhammer shit, but like
Yeah.
Did any of you guys have the art teachers that like made you do something really quickly and then like throw it away? Like,
oh my
destroy it?
god,
Oh.
yes.
Yeah.
We call
Like,
that.
here, paint this painting. You have 1 hour. Make it the best painting you can. Okay, 1 hour's up. Destroy it. Break it. Tear it in half. Throw it in the trash.
Yeah.
It's like,
We call that
Ugh.
killing your darling. It's a
Yep.
it's a thing in art you have to do because like you have to
Mhm.
sell your work and whatnot, so you have to kill your darling.
well, he talked more about like the process and just like what did you learn from it and like what techniques did you apply and like just move on to the next piece to create and improve and yeah. So
See, my
'Cause-
art teacher was like, you can't obsess over what you're making. Like, you obviously want to put work into it, right, and put a lot of like thought into it, but at the same time, you have to kill it. Like, I remember this would drive everyone here nuts. I think like we had to do a painting, and so we were working on a painting, and the teacher would come around with a palette and just splatter on paint. Like, she'd just whip paint onto your canvas, and she'd be like, incorporate it, and then you'd have to like work with it and put it into your painting. Dude, I was like, all right, sure, whatever. Like, I was like, I adapted, but like, there were a couple people who were like ready to murder that woman.
I was so I would
I
be
can
so fucking annoyed.
but it was,
Freaking annoyed.
but we had to learn that, right? Like, we had to learn, like,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to sell your pieces. You're gonna fuck something up. You're gonna have to fix it. Like, this is art. This is what happens. And honestly, learning that early on has been incredibly good because, like, at least with like things like Unexpectables, right? And I'm not saying this is necessarily a bad thing, but like one of the things is just like with my like characters that I make is that people are gonna take those things and they're gonna run with them, right? And I have to accept that and let it go because it's not mine anymore, right? I have to kill my darling. So like obviously,
Oh yeah.
it's like obviously I care about my characters, right? Like I care about them and I think I put a lot of work into them and I write them. But there are gonna be people who are gonna take those characters and they're either gonna do silly things with them, they're gonna do porb with them, which is fine, but I don't want to. Don't send it to me, please. And like other stuff, and like for me, I'm just like that's I have to accept that. That's killing my darling, and then learning that
So-
early has made me be okay with that.
So with miniatures, just keep doing it. Just
Yeah.
keep paint one, move on to the next one.
Exactly, Shal. Some people just
Paint a
make fun of
miniature
someone's-
really quickly and then throw it out the window.
Exactly.
Or
Thank
hey,
you.
cool shark guy that's ripping people in half. You pantsed him. Good job.
You pants.
Yeah,
them,
like
dude.
one of the worst mistakes you can do as a DM, and like not saying like this is like you can't have characters you love or aren't cool or stuff, but is getting so tied to a character being a specific thing that you're like fighting the party for it because like sometimes a character will die or sometimes a random character that you hated will become a party favorite.
Yeah.
I didn't expect Junk to steal the prospector today, but it happened.
Good job, Junk. You did it.
I do live in a society.
Also, there's some
with
more
the
minis.
ultimate-
Cool
I think
badass Faye. Also gets fucking just gets like nabbed like a rat put by a cat person.
You know when a cat like brings you something as as a prize from hunting? Junk did that with a folk hero fairy prospector. Anyway,
Oh,
Junkbot, I love the player. Great.
I
Anyway,
just posted more of the minis I painted. I'm particularly fond of the
Ooh.
Draconian. That one came out really fucking good.
Ooh.
did they survive the hippos, Thero? They did. They did. They survived the hippos by giving the hippos a wide berth.
We just left him alone.
Alright, Miss Reptiles, this is actually a really good question, and this is honestly a really good question for people in general. Hello, it's a lovely day to watch some travelers play D&D. I must ask, what do you think of Stormwreck Isle? I'm asking since I'm deciding whether or not I should get my hands on it, or if I'm better off saving my money for Icewind Dale. For context, I already own Lost Mines of Phandelver and Dragons of Icespire Peak. I am wondering if buying the other starter set is worth it for me. I am going to say, legitimately, probably not. If you already own the other two starter sets, you do not need to get this one. I would say Dragons of Stormwreck Isle is really, really good if it is your first time ever running a game. If you've already run other things before, I wouldn't recommend it because it's a better teaching tool for that.
Someone who go ahead, Monty.
The adventure itself is fine, but it's only level 1 to 3, and on top of that, if you buy the physical set, you will not get your money's worth. You will only get the adventure, which is level 1 to 3, which is like, you know, basically 3/5 of what the other adventures are. You're gonna get the same dice you got in Lost Mines of Phandelver. You're gonna get some pre-gen sheets, and that is basically it. And like a little rule book as you got in Lost Mines of Phandelver. So for the price, because it's like $20, I would say it's not worth it. I don't know how much it is just to get the adventure online. I don't know if it's cheaper or if it's still $20, but I would say probably stick with what you have already, and I would highly recommend Icewind Dale as a player. And I was going to say, Leah, you probably have something to say in that regard as well.
Yeah. It was kind of like, not as a shill for Wizards, but as someone who is playing in Stormwreck Isle and has run most of, I'd say like 90% of Icewind Dale at this point. Icewind Dale is a really, really good area that you can do a lot of very, very versatile things in. It can fit into a homebrew campaign. It can be a campaign in and of itself. It can be an area people go to. It does so much work on its own. And Stormwreck Isle is an incredible starter set. But if you have Icespire Peak, that is also a great lead-in for Icewind Dale, too.
Yeah, that was what I was going to say. It feels like those two naturally could lead into each other. So, yeah, I would say, like, I mean, if you really, really want the Adventurous Reptiles, I mean, it's still good. Like, it's still a really nice level 1 to 3. I feel like Stormwreck Isle would lead in very nicely into, like, a Tyranny of Dragons homebrew campaign, but as a standalone, it's okay. It's a nice elite thing to lead into homebrew or lead into, like, Tyranny of Dragons, but I would say if you already have the 2 other starter kits, especially the Essentials kit, I think that one is the best out of the 3. Like, still. Yeah. Icewind Dale's good. I'm a player in that. It's fucking good. I like it. I don't know how it is on the DM side, so I can't say anything to that, but, like, I would recommend
It's a
getting
little
Icewind
bare
Dale.
bones on the DM side, but at the same time, I really liked it because it gave a lot of freedom with, like, adapting the game for the players and the characters and, like, really making it... I really, really like the modular aspect of the game.
Mm-hmm. That seems to be a pretty good part of it. But yes, thumbs up. Hopefully we helped you out there, Miss Reptiles.
Miss Reptiles, I approve of your name. That's all.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a pretty good name. Alrighty, well,
I'm biased, but
that's honestly the other reason why I wanted to stream this game is so people can see it and be like, oh, this seems really fun, or my players would really like this. I should try this game, right? Like that's why I wanted to run this, and just to see how it ran in general. Because I have run Essentials Kit. I haven't run Lost Mines of Phandelver though. That is the one I haven't run. And I've tried several times, but I haven't been able to. But anyway, I digress. Connor is asking us if we are winning, so I think it's time if we jump back into...
I am. Whatever it is we're doing, I'm winning.
Well, I believe...
Bye, chat.
Let's see.
Bye, chat. No farting.
No farting, chat. Alright, well, if you guys are all ready, then let's do a sound off here. Max, are you good to go?
Hi. Yes,
She's
I'm good to go.
Thero, are you good to go?
Let's do it.
Alright, he's good to go. Leah, are you good to go?
Present here.
Alright, they're good to go. And then, Elam, are you good to go?
Yep.
Alright, he's good to go. Alright, let us return to the far-off isle of Stormwreck Isle, shall we? So, it's been a hot second. The last time we played, you all had found yourself on the wreck of the Compass Rose. After delving inside, you fought off a myriad of zombies and ghoulish creatures, only to find a hidden sunken chest, where within you found a holy symbol to Orcus, as well as a message written in pen. And as you all began to take your leave, all of you heard something land on the top mast of the broken ship. 2 squabbling bird-like women creatures, scratching and snarling at each other, have returned. And as the rest of you have opened the chest in the lower decks below, on the top deck, the vessel, you're keeping your eye on these creatures. And I will bring us over to our map here. So the vessel, as you look up, you see these 2 bird-like creatures. They have like a set of wings on their back, human arms and legs, with the legs come down to like bird-like taloned feet. They're wearing kind of like a mishmash of like sort of put together linens, and they have these sort of elongated vulture-like features with serrated teeth and long claws on their fingers. And as they kind of squabble and scrap with each other, you notice that this is probably a nest of some kind.
Well, not to be egg-headed, I'm going to stay quiet, and I'm going to observe them. And is this something that, as, like, a general traveler, I would be aware of because they're fairly, like, common or famous creatures, or should I roll to see if I know what they are?
I'd say roll an Arcana check to figure out what they are.
All right, yeah, for sure. I do not know what these are.
No idea what those are with a 4, unfortunately.
I'm probably a little bit perturbed, and like in response, the kind of like scales or the hair's a little bit on end, and there's like a little bit of like that like watery blade forming at the edge of their arm, just in case. And they already have the long dagger / short sword out and kind of reverse gripped in the other hand.
Mm-hmm. The rest of you down below deck have just finished reading a entry of, I believe, the captain. I'm not sure. It wasn't really registered who it was. About the nature of a talisman that I believe Ankara you collected.
Yes.
As you finish reading the letter and you pocket the inside, the rest of the container you did actually go through had 55 gold pieces and 3 turquoise stones, as well as a pair of boots of elven kind, and a journal containing a braid of hair stuck in the pages like a bookmark, as well as the talisman.
I don't think we decided who got the boots.
Yes, I think we were discussing that, but we didn't decide. We didn't.
So we were
Spec like pulls a foot out of the water, and it's like a reptilian, like dinosaurian foot. And it's just like, what if you could have it?
I mean, if no one's gonna go for it, and Kara's kind of eyeing it.
I believe last time Vessel like ran down the stairs, was like, "Oh yeah, those are boots of elven kind," and then ran back up the stairs.
Yeah.
You know what? Giving somebody somebody in heavy armor the advantage on stealth checks.
Yeah, because that can't.
Yeah, there are 2 ways we can go about it. Is if you give it to the heavy armor person, the party has a chance of stealthing.
Yeah.
If we give it to someone with an okay stealth, we have someone who can scout.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm honestly cool with giving it to the fighter.
Yeah,
I'm
which one
fine
do
with
we
that
want to go?
Yeah, fine with that.
Alright.
All right. I guess I'll grab those then.
Like to imagine
Vera sort
Ankara-
of recognizes that you want them. Like you like see your big
He
big old
keeps eyeing them,
tiefling
just like-
eyes. Yeah, your
Yeah.
big old
First
tiefling
she-
eyes, just like please.
Yeah, Kara like it has that like face, like that Adventure Time face with like the tongue sticking out from like the
Yeah.
top, like.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
Is this like if I add this to my equipment, is this something I need to like attune to?
it's
Or-
not required attunement. You can just slap these puppies on.
All right. Would I be able to do that right now quietly?
Oh, absolutely. As you take them out, you put them. Interestingly enough, as you put them on, you feel as though they form around your feet and make for a perfect fit.
Oh.
Magic.
Well. I kind of jokingly take a jab at Speckers and say, "Well, I probably would have hit you."
Frankly, I've never found a magical item before, so.
This will be a first for me as well. Should we take the journal with us just in case?
I don't see why not. It's evidence for what has transpired here.
I'm holding the talisman, so should someone else take the journal just to be safe?
No, sure, I'll take the journal.
All
All right.
It's mine.
You have it.
All right, Vera, you take the journal and you kind of imagine put in like a front pocket of your robes, like a fancy, you know, like kind of like the boob carrier, like when you have like money in your bra.
I'm kind of
I mean,
a bit
I
cautious.
just know she's stacked, so yeah, like totally, there's room there. Like,
Yeah. God, I
I'm
wish
kind of
that
a
was
bit
me.
cautious of taking the
me
gold
too.
because that's probably loud.
High five,
Was there anything
Max.
else in the chest?
ow, ow.
The 3 turquoise stones as well were in there that you found.
Okay.
Ooh.
Can I pick one up and are they heavy turquoise stones?
No, they're like palm size. They're not that large. They're, you know, like the size of a gold coin basically, but they're very pretty.
Okay. Are they just kind of for like value, like treasure, or like is there anything special about them?
You don't detect anything special about them. They look to be just like, you know, treasure, like kind of, you know,
Okay.
something of value basically locked away.
I might just carefully put that back in the chest because I got the boots, so I'm happy for other people to take other things.
The vessel, as you're kind of up top, you watch as one of these flying bird-like creatures flies off and lands on top of like the banister of the ship, while the other one kind of begins to like kind of clean up the nest a bit.
I stay ducked low a little bit, and if I can, I kind of gesture at the party. Let me check something real quick. It is vocal and somatic.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so I can't really do the thing. I'm just gonna see if I can get their attention, like the party's attention, silently.
Okay. As you do so, you actually, as you're kind of looking away from the harpies, you begin to hear them speak. And the one that's on the main mast goes, "This one is mine! You can make your own nest elsewhere." And the other one goes, "We are broodmates, we share!" And kind of flaps its wings a little bit.
Yeah, I'm keeping at that. I kind of keep an eye. I keep my head face towards them, and if I'm really honestly torn about whether or not I should go, be like, hey, yeah, what do we want to do, or keep an eye on them.
It's up to you.
I think I will keep an eye on them. As just not wanting to let them out of my sight. I'll just stay as low as I can, like on the stairs and in the darkness.
You watch as this this bird-like creature woman kind of like turns their head around and notices the helm that you had broken and kind of flies over. And you hear it call out, "Sister is broken!" And is going to roll an investigation check with the dice I don't have.
I assume because that like leads down into. Oh, it leads into this hole, which like leads into the place where the party is. Would they be able to hear them say that as well?
Yeah, all you guys heard like a thump on like the ceiling above you, and then you watch as the harpy kind of looks around and notices the boat. And kind of flies over and then, come on, give me my harp. There we go. Lands. Oh no! She's been swallowed by the sea.
No.
Lands on top of the boat and goes, "Sister, this boat is tied to our nest." And the other one is like cleaning this and goes, "Shut up!" And is like going back to what it's doing.
If I can, I am. If this harpy tries to make any aggressive motion on our boat, like as if they would destroy it or something, I will step out and lightning lure it away.
You got it.
Oh.
In a very bird-like motion, the harpy kind of cocks its head around, like how a crow would look at a shiny object, and goes. And she's gonna roll an investigation check.
Did we leave anything valuable on the boat?
We
there's
left
like
a
50
wheel.
gold.
I hope not.
There's like 50. Oh wait, on our boat, no. I don't believe so.
"Sister, I think I know what's going on." And immediately, like the vessel, your heart kind of stops. But then what happens? You're like, "Oh,
The wheel fell off the hinges, rolled off the banister and into this ship that has entangled itself to our nest.
And the other harpy goes, I said shut up!
I facepalm.
Just roll the natural one investigation check on what's going on.
Yeah, like Vessel, there was like the sweat going down. Vessel's like really afraid, is like pinned to the wall, and then they just facepalm.
I'm so sorry, Monty. I'm imagining that comic that the artist Pockets drew of the harpies that have been invited to like the witch coven party.
Yeah.
Witches just roll around bare and naked. Lies. Bear. So, God, sorry. Vessel, have you made any indication of like the shit going on up top?
I'm like making hand gestures, but unless anyone looks up the stairs, they wouldn't see it.
Can I sort of be kind of
Yeah,
paying
you can
attention?
see it. You're right
Okay.
next to the stairs, so you
yeah,
see
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Why am I just imagining
Let's
the
get
hand
moving.
gestures from Get Smart that are just way too much and can't be understood?
Oh yeah, yeah.
They're doing like specific like forest elf like sign language hunting gestures, and Spec's just like, what?
Yeah, yeah. What are you saying?
If I can do this as quietly as possible, I will try to cast Prestidigitation, and I will make the draconic symbol for danger.
Okay.
Ah.
Go ahead for
Ooh.
me, and just because it's been a bit of time, the Vessel, go ahead and roll for me a stealth check, please.
Bum, 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 bum. 17.
17. Alright. You stealthily kind of move your hands and create the image of... it was the draconic word for what, again?
Danger.
Danger.
Yeah. Spec will just pull out his great axe. What is Vessel's reaction?
I give a thumbs up. I point at the great axe, and then I give a thumbs up or a thumbs down, looking for like confirmation with the party about what they want to do.
Spec does a very enthusiastic thumbs up.
Vera sort of shrugs in kind of an unsure way and sort of gives like a meek little thumbs up.
And Kara gives a thumbs up too, sure, why not?
I'll hold my fingers up 3, 2, 1, and then I will step out and start what we would assume would be like us trying to take them by surprise.
You got it. Alright, everybody roll initiative for me, please.
Hooray!
Alright.
Let me just see. I think. Yeah, okay. Oh, I didn't have
We're
my
all a
token
little
highlighted,
sleepy.
but
It's okay. I don't even do that, so...
okay.
We're all sleepy today.
Also, I have. Or go ahead.
Elder Cat, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub for 39 months. Thank you so much. Yeah, I was like, they're gonna, like, there's a ship here, and the wheel's on there. So, like, I'm like, she's gonna roll an investigation check and figure out where it came from. And then she immediately rolled a 1. I'm like, she thinks it's all coincidence.
Just a bunch of happy little accidents.
The Bob Ross of harpies.
And here we're drawing a happy little nest.
I'm making a happy little nest. Here you place the bones of the human.
I love harpies. Underrated monster.
They almost killed us, and spoiler alert, in Icewind Dale as well.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was very
my favorite
specific
area.
circumstances.
It really was, but they are very strong in certain situations.
That's all. Terrain can instantly make a fight way harder. Like that's how you can kill a whole party with goblins. Is terrain.
Yep. It's like fighting kobolds out in the open. Easy. Fighting kobolds in their own cave? Haha, don't ever do that! Don't ever go into a kobold hole to fight them. That you will die.
Don't ever go into a what?
A kobold.
One of my
you heard
parties
me.
literally
Go
like,
into a kobold's what?
You
Oh my
heard me.
God. One of my parties literally like took an entire dungeon by just like making an alliance with kobolds and going full like belly crawl through the kobold tunnels to take out the people in this dungeon.
Oh my god.
They allied with the kobolds. It was a kobold revolution.
Almost made a bunch of kobolds unionize.
back.
Yeah. That's just the harpies.
Alrighty. Start of the turn order. Immediately as you all come, I assume, bursting out, the two harpies turn, but they are surprised, so they do not get their turn. And Kara, it is your turn in this surprise round.
All right.
If I can just like have taken a step out to give the party like the ability to move out.
I mean, they can move through you, don't forget.
Oh yeah, they can.
Yeah, so you can move back, you're fine.
All right. I assume I can get up to the floor above.
Yeah, I'm gonna move
Like,
the
can
camera.
I move through spec?
Yeah, absolutely you can. You can move through allies as long as you don't end your space. Like, as long as you're not remaining in a space already occupied by another person, you can move through allies.
All right. I might actually just move to here.
Alright.
And I think I'm gonna save my reaction and honestly just end my turn there.
Alrighty, you come blitzing out, and the two harpies trying to turn down and see all of you now emerge, surprising them. But that ends in Kara's turn. Vera, it is
If
now...
you want to like dodge action, I don't know if this is something that like Monty does, but like if in general, if like a player doesn't do anything, dodging is like a way you can end your turn and still not like lose anything.
Oh right, because dodging doesn't take my reaction, does it?
Nope.
No, it doesn't.
Oh okay. Well, if it doesn't use up my reaction, sure, I'll do that.
Alright, you got it. Alrighty, that brings us to Vera. It is now your turn.
Vera time.
Vera time.
Move on up to the.
Oh, would you look at the time?
It's like Peach time, the meme Peach time, but it's like Vera time.
So sorry. Vera. Okay. I'm gonna. This guy, this one's up in the air, right?
That one's up in the nest, yeah, which is...
Ooh.
How high up is it? Let me check that.
I was gonna ask the same question.
It is 50 foot tall, so she's 50 feet up in the air right now.
Okay. So a lightning lure won't drag it down.
This one, however,
I know that's
is...
Vessel's thing, but I've had it since the beginning of the campaign. I haven't used it.
This one is on ground level, currently perched on your boat.
Okay. Well, y'all know what time it is. It's time to blast. I'm gonna blast the one on the boat here.
Gun loading noise. 10 unfortunately
10.
misses.
Oh.
As you blast towards this harpy, it immediately takes off into the air in a surprise, and you actually hit the back end of your boat, which then kind of like veers around.
Oops. Yeah, Vera sort of just like cringes as she realizes that she's completely carked.
Vessel looks like oh my god, no, like a lot of concern, like a surprising amount of concern for the boat.
We're all really attached to this boat. And then I think I'm just gonna end my turn there. I'm very
You got
running
it.
low on resources.
That brings us to the vessel. It is now your turn. This harpy is still like on like kind of the ground level with you guys, but like because the boat got hit, she leaped into the air and is now kind of like flying above the water, just avoiding getting hit.
I will step out, kind of with making as much of a show of it as I can in between these two, and I will kind of call out in common. Let us leave this place, and we will do you no harm. And I like lash out with a lightning lure whip, and I'm gonna hold my action for if any of them come near. I'm gonna try and whip one of them closer.
Okay, you got it. I would like,
kind of catch them off guard as they're
I
coming
would
close.
like for you to roll an intimidation check, please.
You got it. $10.
Okay. Alrighty, as you say so, they kind of like exchange a look and then look down at you and snarl and hiss. Spec, it is now your turn.
All right. I'm gonna grab my token first of all. Move up. That is 10 feet of movement so far. How's diplomacy going?
I do like a so-so gesture.
Defilers! Defilers!
And they kind of flap
Oh.
their wings.
I do a thumbs down gesture.
Okay, I will, I guess, so, I'm gonna do something really stupid. I looked up long jumping, Monty,
Mm-hmm.
and so would this be is there 10 feet of here I can run to get the long jump sort of thing?
10 feet.
Because basically, when you make a long jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score, which is 17. If you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump, when you make a standing long jump, you can leap. Oh, only half that distance. Yeah. I don't think I'd be able to reach it.
I don't think you're gonna be able to reach her, no.
Damn it.
You can reach the boat, I'd say, probably.
Yeah, I'll get on the boat and then take the dodge action.
You got it. You leap across and land on the boat, and almost as your footing, but you manage to keep yourself upright as you land on the boat, and the harpy screeches at you.
Come at me, you overgrown chicken!
All right, is that in your turn, Spec?
I'll rage. I might be
Got
taking
it.
some damage, so yeah, I'll rage.
Alrighty. Give me 1 second here. I would like everybody to roll me a wisdom saving throw as this harpy up in this nest begins to sing
Uh-oh.
a beautiful, alluring song.
Oh no.
Vera, you are
Oh.
safe. And Kara, you are safe. The vessel, you are charmed.
Uh-oh.
I'm charmed too.
Uh-oh.
And Spec, you are charmed.
Yep.
Alright, so while you are charmed, you are incapacitated.
That's not good.
Hmm.
And you must move towards that harpy as close as you can get. Meaning on your turns, you must move directly as closely as you can to this harpy that is 50 feet up in the air right now.
Mm-hmm.
Just start climbing the pole.
The lightning lure just like dissipates in my hand, and I just look straight up at her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel this sort of strange tug. And as that happens, the other harpy immediately, like a shot out of hell, bursts forward towards you, Vera, because you're the one who shot at her, and is gonna try and go for a claw attack against you. That is going to be a 9 to hit you, Vera.
That does not hit.
With a shrieking howl, she bursts forward and swipes at your robes, her long talons entangling in the cloth. And she is going to sweep around, and she's supposed to have a claw, but I'm just going to flavor it as another claw because I don't want my harpies to have claws. That's a personal preference.
Yeah, do what's
I mean,
cool.
that's, we love that.
It
Yeah.
kicks it instead of clawing.
That is going to be a 17 to hit.
That does hit.
You take 3 points as the claw nicks you on the cheek, and she continues her frenzy. That ends the harpy's turn, and Kara, it is now your turn as you see the vessel to the left of you, currently kind of eyes glaze over, dropping the spell, and seems to be turning up and looking towards the other harpy, almost as possessed.
Okay. I don't assume there's anything I can do to help that. Am I able to make my way over towards here, like through my two teammates?
You absolutely can.
Yep. And then I'm gonna try and bonk the one right below me.
You got it.
With my battle axe.
Bonk.
Oh, 16 hit.
16 hits.
Alright, and then that's gonna be a one-handed strike. 5 slashing damage.
One-handed strike, 5 slashing damage. As this thing is currently like, it's like a chicken attacking a person, where it's just like a bunch of feathers and just a flash of wings, and you just kind of bring down your axe in there and slice into her side, and she kind of lets out this horrible wail and flaps kind of back into the air, and you can see a bit of blood splatter across the deck of the ship.
And I'm actually gonna play it safe, and I'm going to use my bonus action to second wind.
You got it. You second wind to heal yourself.
And that is going to be that's going to be 4.
Dice give it, dice take it.
Indeed. And then I'm going to end my turn there.
Alrighty, it is now Vera. It is now your turn.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Would it be a disadvantage if I used Eldritch Blast, because I have one, like, even if it's on this one?
No.
Is it just if there's one in front of you?
It's only if you target that one within 5
Only if you're
feet of you,
targeting
so
the one.
you can
Yeah,
aim for
okay,
the other one. For
I
sure.
always get mixed up on that.
That was the
Every
rule in
time.
3.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's like, it makes sense in my head, right? Because like the pressure of having someone next to you would kind of throw off your aim in my brain, but like.
Yeah, it's that way in
Yeah.
a lot of games, I think, actually.
Yeah, that's probably why I always get it mixed up like that. Anyway, Eldritch Blasting, singing Burb. Vera does not like country music.
I just realized something. I did not tweet out that we're live.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna do that real fast.
Well,
I
we'll
did.
figure it out.
Oh!
Oh, well, I've got a crit for you when you get
Oh.
back.
Yeah, I got a lovely crit to deal with when we get back. Give me 1 second here.
Very nice.
Vera, nice.
Oh my gosh.
The tentacle blast comes out and it just forms a fist.
Yeah. It's not even like a jolt of energy. It's just a giant thing.
Yep.
Here comes the giant fist!
Here comes the giant fist.
Better go.
When are we gonna go round to the next area on Giant Boulder delivering pizza?
And I'm gonna do that
God.
as a. Actually, no, that seems like a silly thing to do.
Give me 1 second here. I'm very sorry. I apologize.
That's okay. No, okay, never mind.
Why do I feel like Spec would enjoy the crusty crab pizza?
He'd enjoy pizza in general.
Pizza is the pizza for you and me.
I think it's just a trait all of my characters have, is just they just love food.
Yeah.
Like me. Because I
a
love
good trait.
food.
Haka is not really like a connoisseur in any
He
way.
enjoys food.
That's not what that
In the way
doesn't
like
matter.
Luffy enjoys food.
Yeah.
I don't like food. I love it.
If I don't love it, I don't swallow. Alrighty. Yeah, natural 20 Eldritch Blast. For 18 points of damage on the big harpy up above.
Yes.
Alrighty, as you just sniper shot and like the MLG pro gamer like air horn starts playing, as you blast this harpy in the shoulders, and as she sings, her song is kind of interrupted, and you see as your friends kind of like shake their heads, but as she kind of brings herself back together, she continues her song and re-snares your friends in her charming rendition.
I don't like it.
Gonna also just do a funny thing and just hex her.
You got it. You hex the singing harpy.
Cha! Ignore the damage. I don't know why I clicked it.
Let's see. Let's do that. There we go. As you hex the harpy.
Pro
Yeah, I
gamer
thought it-
tip:
I
if
thought
you
it would
hex
bring it.
beforehand, it doubles on the crit.
Oh, fuck.
Alrighty, Vera.
That'll be my turn.
That
Yeah.
ends your turn. Alright, that brings us to the vessel. You're gonna use all of your movement to begin climbing
Yeah, I'm gonna start
up.
climbing.
Yeah, you're gonna start climbing up that ladder.
Heck yeah, I am. I'm gonna double dash up that.
Hell you are. That will mean, just to measure this out.
I have 60 foot of movement, and it's halved, so I'd have to
So
make it like
half of 45 would be 20.
So I'm 20 feet up.
You're 20 feet up right now, and this is a 50-foot rope that you're climbing up. So you're 20 feet up right now. I need you to repeat
Guys,
your
you don't understand. They're actually really cool.
I need you to repeat your wisdom saving throw, though, for me, please, at the end of your turn.
They promised to go to Burning Man with me.
Oh my god.
We're still in
Yeah, no,
fall.
exactly. We're going to Burning Man. We're besties.
Alrighty, that brings us to Spec. You are also...
So dashing, I have 60 feet, so I get 40 feet up.
How much speed do you have total?
30. I don't get fast movement yet as a barbarian.
So you would get 60 minus 20 would be 40, so half of that. You would also get up 20 feet.
I don't know what Burning Man is, but it sounds fun.
You're gonna love it.
Go ahead and roll for me a wisdom saving throw, as that is the end of your turn.
We have to save them from Burning Man.
Yeah,
Ooh.
no.
They'll
Ooh.
never survive.
The harpy continues to sing her baleful song that she's gonna sing at Burning Man. I don't know what the fuck you do at Burning
Why
Man.
do I feel like Spec breaks down into
it's
song
a-
about Burning Man?
It's a party in the desert that has gotten really, really gentrified.
Fair enough. Alrighty, that ends Spec's turn. I'm sorry, as the harpy continues her beautiful
I think
song.
I lose rage too.
I think you do, yeah.
Yeah. Womp womp. That sucks.
The
Oh, well.
harpy up above kind of continues her song, singing beautifully, and then kind of takes off into the air about 20 feet above her current position. I would say Vera or Ankara, you may roll an insight check as kind of a little
Yes.
bonus here to see what she's planning.
Alright, just one of us?
Either of you if you want to, or both. That's totally up to you. It's
Oh.
whether or not your character would care, so.
Oh, mine definitely would. Well.
I
19
love
and
seeing
9.
into things.
Vera, as you're kind of like, you know, this harpy is now being harried by Ankara, and Ankara is kind of taking over, you kind of turn around, and as you snipe the other one, you notice that she's flying upwards, and you get the sense with how kind of drone-ish and how zombie-ish your companions are moving, climbing up, you get the sense that she's luring them off the edge of this matter.
Monty, I have good news for you.
Uh-huh.
I have 70-foot movement if I double dash because I'm a wood elf, so I have movement speed 35.
Oh.
So I'm actually 30 feet up in the air.
Alright, you're 30 feet up, meaning you're 20 feet away from the top part. As this harpy is starting to lure you towards the edge of this massive, almost like diving board that is a nest. The other harpy is going to harry you and Kara because you swiped at it.
Good.
That's pretty good. That's gonna be a 21 to hit.
That definitely hits.
She swipes at you with her claws. Oh, shitty roll. That's gonna be 3 points of slashing damage to you.
Ow.
She's gonna
That
go
was
for
almost all
another-
my health I regen with, with Second Wind.
The second swing is going to be a 10, which I believe misses.
Yes, that does miss.
Alright, as she swipes again, you bring up your shield, and you like, she strikes across the shield with her claws, and she goes, ah! And kind of like wipes her hands as the ricochet kind of hurt her a little bit. Alrighty, that ends the harpy's turn, and Kara, it is now your turn.
Alright, can I, like, so I have a hand axe on my side. Can I throw that at the one all the way up
Absolutely.
top?
Yeah, go for it.
Yep.
You can do that as an action if you wish to get the full damage as well.
Yes, I will do that as an action. Alright, that's gonna be an 8.
An 8, you... And it hits into the mass and is stuck there, unfortunately.
And that is my action. I do have a second hand axe.
You do, you have a bonus action.
Can I do that again?
Yeah, go for it.
Alright.
I'll fucking do it again.
That's even worse.
Oh. You... And it sinks up a little bit higher, but not hitting the harpy, unfortunately.
Can't really do anything else. I guess that's That's my turn.
Alrighty, that brings us to Vera. It is now your turn.
I'm gonna blast this fucking thing out of the sky.
Alright, she is hexed as well.
Oh, real.
12 just hits.
Oh.
She takes 4 points of force damage.
And one does hex? Yeah.
And 5 points
Plus
of
the
hex
5
damage.
flesh necrotic. Yeah.
You blast her as she's kind of flying in the air, trying to lure your friends up higher and higher. And as you strike her, she kind of buckles and her song interrupts, and you can see that sort of magic fading, but then she kind of re-continues her song as she is still alive and flying in the air.
We have to stop them from going to Birmingham. To Birmingham?
Yes,
Burning
that too.
Man.
Yeah, that too, yeah.
I don't want to go to Birmingham either.
We have to stop them going to Burning Man. Spectrovenator will not survive. He's gonna take one bump and he's gonna be out for the whole weekend.
Hey, Vessel, somebody gave me this thing called Molly.
No!
Oh,
Because
really?
that was
I just
shit.
took these mushrooms.
Alrighty, that brings us to the vessel. What is your movement in total with a dash?
Oh, 70. I was wondering if, because, you know, Vessel would, like, want it, because I'm trying to get to the Harpy, I would go all the way up to the top and, like, do a dive down to try to get her.
You got it. Well, as you get to the top and begin to walk towards the edge, you do get to repeat your saving throw as the Harpy is luring you into a dangerous situation.
Come on.
Yeah.
Fail this.
As your feet hit the edge of the nest and some of the wood kind of clatters to the bottom, crashing next to you, Ankara, the vessel, you snap out of it and realize the precarious situation you're in. You are 50 feet up in the air in the nest, and as you kind of shake off the song, you kind of realize where you are, and this height kind of takes you. You are no longer charmed as you break out of the song.
Is that at the end of my turn, or would I...
Let's see.
Because I have 35 feet of movement, and I'm wondering if half of that is 15 or 20. Because if it's 20, then I would get up to the top in a movement and have an action. But I'm not trying to pull for it. If, like, it's up to you.
I'd
That's
say walking off the edge would probably need the dash. So unfortunately, that is basically your action for the turn. But you managed to like avoid falling 50 feet to your potential death.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, as you kind of shake out of it. The song, however, continues, and Spec, it is now your turn as you are also allured. You were 20 feet up. You have 60 feet of movement. Half of that will be used to climb.
Yep.
So that means you have 30 feet, which means that you as well hit the nest and begin to walk off the edge, walking towards this Harpy. I need a repeating saving throw, please.
Let's see if I'm gonna make a spec-based hole in the deck. 13?
Identical to
Perfect
the vessel, as your feet also hit the edge, you, like, your inner self screams at you for safety, and you manage to shake out of it before you fall and plunge to your death.
Like, my inner self is screaming at me for forgetting I have advantage on charm effects.
Oops.
Oopsie. Just, I assume right next to Vessel, just like, Vessel?
Yeah, let's fucking kill them. I
What do
pull
we-
out the dagger.
What are we doing up here?
Alrighty, that ends your turn, Spec, as you manage to shake off the charm effect as well, but you are now split up from your group.
Yeah.
You got Team Sky High and Team Ground Floor. But that brings us to the top of the turn order, which is now the Harpy's turn. As all of you have managed to resist or knock yourselves out of the charm effect, the Harpy snarls and hisses as she is going to charge. This is Sky High Harpy. She's going to go for you, Spec, with her claws.
Very well.
That is going to be a 15 to hit you.
That'll hit.
Alright, you take... You're not raging, so you're going to take the full amount of this.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
I could just roll like garbage again. 3 points of slashing damage. Not cut in half, but 3 points of slashing damage.
Yep.
And she swoops around with her leg. And that is going to be a 6. You bring up your...
Will not do it.
Yeah, you kind of bring out your axe and block the attack as it grazes against the steel. The other harpy on the ground is going to keep harrying you and Kara because you're the one directly kind of attacking it. Terrible. That's an 8 on the claws as it swipes towards you, but it spins around for a kick. And that's gonna be a 9, so they completely whiff their turn. Alrighty, that brings us to Ankara. It is now your turn.
Battle axe time, I guess.
Alright, battle axe time.
Shame.
Your 2 hand axes are still lodged in the math. Oh my god, 24 absolutely hits.
Yeah, and wait, hold on. That is the wrong button, sorry. 8.
8 points of damage, holy crap. You swipe at this thing, slicing into its center, and it kind of like buffets back, looking very injured now.
I sadly do not have a third hand axe.
I like to imagine you go to like grab another one, and it's just like the empty gun noise effect from like a video game, like.
What I'd like to imagine is it's like when you try to like use an item in Dark Souls, but you've run out, like that animation.
yeah, like.
You just see your D&D character do a stock animation from a video.
Well, that's gonna be my turn because I don't
My
have any
favorite part
other.
about that animation is it takes like ages to do, and you're locked into it. So if you do mess it up, you're really punished.
Yeah.
All right. Is that in your turn, Ankara?
Yes.
All right. The harpy that's flying up in the air and sky high kind of turns down towards the other one and goes, "These ones are too strong! Sister, flee! Flee!" And they kind of begin to flap their wings. That brings us to Vera. It is now your turn.
Are they actually looking like they're gonna flee?
Yeah, they look like they're very wounded and they're near death's door. At least the one that's higher up looks definitely really bad after like getting absolutely fucking dumpstered. The one on the ground looks like healthier, but is like definitely starting to take some damage, and both of them are like kind of looking a little frantic and worried.
Okay, I'm gonna hold an Eldritch Blast.
All right, on which one?
In my little pocket. On the one that's hexed. Still.
You got it.
Yeah, if they make another offensive move, Vera's gonna let it fly, but she's like, she hears that and is just like, oh, no, no cold-blooded murder today. No, thank you.
Well, I would say this, Vera. I'm gonna say Vera, roll an intelligence check for me, as well as Ankara, because both of you weren't charmed. Okay.
I know a great few things.
I will say this, Ankara, as you just saw your friends get kind of possessed and not act themselves, and in fact act in a very dangerous manner, the mathematics begin to appear around your head, like that woman who looks confused in that meme, and you're kind of thinking about things, and you realize, wait a second, ship's been crashing on the shores.
Oh. Oh no.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was actually leaning next turn.
Never mind. Kill these fuckers.
Yeah. Yeah, no, kill these things.
Never mind.
In response to hearing them wanting to get away, can Ankara yell, "We cannot let these things escape"?
Yeah, go for it. You yell it out.
Yep. Alright, I'll say I do that.
Alright, Ankara yells out, "We must flee, we must flee!" And Ankara, you yell out, "No, we have to kill these things!" Alrighty. Vera, you hear that as you're like thinking about holding back. What do you do now?
Oh, I'll let it go.
Okay.
Like, I think Vera's smart. She has a 12 in intelligence. She's smart enough to catch on.
You got it. So you still want to hold your action, or do you want to change up what you're doing on your turn?
Lamau.
Oh, you're gonna shoot gun.
Shoot.
I have one move.
18 absolutely fucking hits. Don't forget your hex
Yeah, and,
as well.
and it's on the one that's hexed, yeah. Da-da.
Ooh, so close. As you blast this one again, kind of a bunch of feathers like flitter down like confetti. This harpy looks like she's on her last legs.
Oh.
Is that end your turn, Vera?
Yeah, sorry, yes. Yeah, it does.
Alright. It's worth pointing out that Harpy is currently 10 feet above where the mast is, so she's 10 feet away from the vessel and you as well, Spec.
Okay.
The vessel, it is now your turn.
The vessel, seeing that one get away, hearing that, kind of putting it together as well, and glaring at the one who's, like, flapping away, says, "You will not harm another sailor." And there's just that whistling sound building up in the back of their throat as I'm gonna fire a dart at that one, and then look down and 2 at the one down on the balcony.
You got it, Magic Missile?
Yup.
You got it.
Alrighty. Boom, bim, bam.
Alright, the first one is you fire up a dart at the last one. It kind of blows her head from, like, underneath her chin, and Spec, you watch as this harpy just falls, wings kind of draping around it like Mother Gothel and, like, Rapunzel, collides to the ground with a meaty thud, and is dead. The other 2 darts veer around, doing 8 points of damage, holy crap, to the other harpy, who lets out a horrible scream, and as the body of her sister thuds on the ground, you hear the harpy go,
Sister, no! Actually, I didn't really like her anyway.
Alrighty, the vessel does that in your
Oh
turn.
no! Anyways. I'm gonna begin climbing down the rope, but that's it.
You got it. Alrighty, Spec, it is now your turn.
Monty, does raging make raging make falling damage halved?
That's a good question, Mega Man. Let me look that up.
There is debate about it. Depends on whether or not you rule
Yeah.
falling damage as bludgeoning damage or not.
Yeah. Not magical
By
damage.
technicality, it just says falling damage.
I'm
but-
just gonna tell you what I want. I want Spec to dive off and ram this thing through the boat.
As written, fall damage is in fact cut in half by the rage, apparently.
Heck yeah.
Because
Okay, I want
the damage
to-
type of fall damage is bludgeoning damage. So,
I know I'm 50 feet up. I want to
Uh-huh.
rage, jump off, and land on this harpy and put it through the fucking floor.
I will say this. If you hit, I will let you apply the fall damage to the strike for just
Yeah.
like...
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep, the bomb attack. Classic Pharaoh.
Would you allow this as a reckless great axe swing?
Of course it... Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I can't think of anything more reckless right now.
Yes! I'm just gonna move my token there.
You got it.
As Spec, just in a blind rage, just like, I've had enough of you! Just jumping down. Reckless swing. For a 22.
22 hits. I would like for you to roll the great axe damage and 4 d6 for me, please.
So that's 11, and then 4d6, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, still, so do I take the 9 damage as well? Or that's halved?
You take 4 damage, and the harpy takes 20 damage as you Gallagher this harpy across it's a clear split down the middle, but the impact just causes it to, like, explode into feathers and gore.
Yay! I just put this thing through the
win.
floor.
I am hoping Spec will follow suit. Will just let out a draconic roar to the heaven.
Yeah, I just hold the axe aloft like a Tusken Raider, just.
that was impressive, Spec.
Vera like.
I
tries
think
to
I
do
sprained
it,
an
but
ankle.
She's like, ah.
And Kara kind of looks up towards the vessel and is just kind of like, would you mind grabbing my axes on the way down?
Yeah, they're like partway down. They're just like, oh yeah, thunk, 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 thunk.
It's also worth pointing out that there's some glittering treasure in the nest as well.
Oh?
You get that. There is something shiny up there, though. The dragon says I have to get it.
By all means.
You find the vessel, a small gold bracelet, a single gold hoop earring, 2 small tiger eye gemstones, and a bloodstone.
Very nice, very nice.
So once again, 1 gold bracelet, 1 gold hoop earring, 2 tiger eye gemstones, 1 bloodstone.
Yep.
Awesome. I will collect them and kind of put them in a pouch gently before climbing back down and presenting them presenting them to the group.
Oh, pretty.
The dragon requests the stones. They glitter on the bottom of the shores.
As you're making your way down, could I go grab the emerald stones and the gold from the chest and bring them up here?
You got it.
All right. How much gold was that
It's
again?
55 gold pieces. And
Okay.
it was 3 turquoise gemstones.
Okay. And I'm just gonna put them on the deck for however we want to divide that up.
Vessel's eyes go wide. You can keep all the gold. I will keep the gems if that is acceptable.
Fine with me.
Okay.
I have no issue.
Does that mean we split the gold 3 ways?
Vessel takes all the gems and just walks away with no interest in the gold.
So that'd be like
55.
that'd be
So that's-
18.3. So
Yeah.
I think somebody's getting 19.
Yeah.
I'm fine with taking 18.
Yep, me too.
Okay. Go. That means I get 19.
Congratulations. There we go.
I actually have money in my inventory now.
This makes Vera the richest of all of my characters.
Oh my god.
Oh, same. This makes this the richest of all of my characters. Oh, the curse
Whoa.
of being a forever DM.
We have what we need, and is there anything on these harpies besides just their meat? I guess. I don't know.
What is remaining of their meat? You notice there's chunks of harpy in the water, and there's little fish that are kind of biting at the ooh, food.
Spec just puts his hand on his hips, just like nature is healing.
It sure is.
Also,
Can I make heads or tail of the blue gemstones?
They're just turquoise gems. They just seem to be valuable.
Cool. Awesome. Perfect. I placed them in a little pouch. Most of the other gems in there are just literally shiny rocks, like smooth stones, often river stones and that kind of thing. But it's just a bunch of shiny rocks.
I don't know if it was The Onion, but it was one of those spoof news accounts where it was person who collects rock discovers it's not as cool as when it's not wet. It's just that's an example thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
I should just check. So I was all good to grab my hand axes back. Yeah?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The vessel grabbed them
Okay,
for
cool.
you.
Sweet. So are we all on the same page here that these harpies might be the reason the ships are crashing?
How do you mean?
Well, that's what I put together when you two got charmed by the looks of it.
That's a fair assessment. You are rather clever, Ankara.
My only worry is there are more of them.
Sorry, we can't press them for more information.
I only saw the one nest, and when I heard them up above. They were squabbling over the singular nest. It did not seem like they were fighting with other ones, at least from my hearing.
Yeah, because I was thinking there might be other nests on other ships as well.
2 less now.
Can I just gather some harpy feathers as evidence?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I don't know if they'll believe me, but yeah.
With that, you guys have successfully investigated the Compass Rose.
Nice.
Well, I guess we.
We head back.
Vessel's just happily clinking the stones.
I got some rocks.
I got little clicky clacks.
Oh, you're stimming. I see.
Yep, regular shit.
Alrighty. So, do you guys head back? Don't
Yeah.
forget, you guys have like a giant steering wheel.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yep.
take it with us.
Why do we have this again?
It's
It's
a
memento.
it's a collector's item.
It's a steering wheel.
It's a steering wheel from
Listen,
Pop.
someone may want to display it in a shop or something. I've heard they sell for quite a lot of gold.
It would make a really cool decoration.
That too.
Alrighty. So as you guys head back to Dragon's Rest. Also, I gotta say, it's very weird because I have my DM side, they've changed a bunch of stuff, and on the viewing side, it's unchanged.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's like it's freaking me out a little bit. All right, I just want to see how long it takes you guys to get back. So give me 2 seconds here, because you guys went by boat.
Yep.
Oh, okay. It takes 1 hour and 40 minutes. So as you guys begin to take off on your boat, eventually you begin to see the tall structure of Dragon's Rest. And all of you level up to level 3.
Hog.
Do 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 do.
All right. Let me just do that really quickly.
Also, I'm going to say for the sake of ease, you may prepare as if you've basically gotten a long rest as well upon your level up.
Because we're
Max-
gonna rest at Dragon's
Max
Rest.
just
I assume.
CC'd.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
The level up was too powerful.
Well, this is a perfect timing for a break anyway. Oh, Max is back. Max, speak to us.
Sorry. Yeah. Hi.
I'm down with a quick bio break.
My
though.
whole computer froze.
It's okay.
In a very scary way that was like, oh, did my SSD just disconnect while I was using it? Kind of way, which is exactly what happened to me a few weeks ago. So I was almost about to start crying.
Well, timing is good. Did you hear what I said about the level up? Because you guys level up to level 3.
I did, yes. I
Alright,
did.
we're gonna-
I could still hear.
We're going to take a short break here so you guys can level up. I really need to use the bathroom, and then we will return after you guys have a night's rest at Dragon's Rest. And we'll carry on after that.
I will BRB as well. Bye, chat.
Chat, I leave you in the capable hands. Who the fuck? Shalom mentioned Electrum. I'm so mad now.
Oh, 55 gold is 110 Electrum pieces. I
Wow,
see.
what a useless piece of information that I don't care about. Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Oh, before I
Your
leave,
40
oh my god,
American
yeah, no,
dollars
like,
is equivalent to this many shillings.
the amount of people messaging about forgetting my advantage on charm effects. Whoopsie.
Whoopsie.
It happens. It happens.
I am a very experienced GM of however many years. I remind people of their abilities all the time, and I'm playing an entirely PHB character, and I still forget my stuff.
Oh, dude, like, you're never gonna know everything. Like, it's impossible. Even people who've written these damn books don't know everything. Like, I think that's a very human thing to have.
Your brain meat cannot
Yeah.
hold that much stuff.
Just like Colossus Gaming just said, totally happens, no worries. Exactly.
Thank you, Colossus Gaming.
Thank you.
TY, bud. Anyways, BRB.
Best Marvel character. I will be right back as well.
I will be right back as well.
Real. Monty was so real for that just then. What she just said.
Colossus? Fuck yeah, he's
Yeah.
the best.
You're so real. You're so real for that. Okay. Everything is broken.
Oh no.
I have like a half-working version of everything on my computer. Okay, now I'm here. Hello.
Hello. How's it going, chat? Also, what y'all just saw is probably my favorite thing to do as a barbarian. I've done it many times where I weigh how much falling damage am I gonna take? Well, it's gonna be as much as what I'm about to hit, so. I love barbarians. I fucking love barbarians.
I am so excited to play my barbarian again.
Yeah.
I miss her so much. I was thinking about, I have an old lady paladin character, and I was thinking that like her young version was probably a barbarian.
Ooh,
And she
okay.
just like switches over, like when she starts to like settle down and become more like heroic, like more of an established like hero. And then I kind of just want to like at some point, without telling anybody except the DM, just take a point in barbarian, and then just drop like I'm gonna rage in the middle of combat, and that's how everyone finds out.
I love that.
Yeah, just have like this old lady, like the rage is just big mama bear strength.
Well, I've always liked a barbarian that like the anger or the rage can be flavored as different things.
Yeah.
Like if you're like a warforged, you flavor it as like you just turn on a switch and you go into like sicko mode or something.
Yeah. Yeah, the way that I pitched it to the DM was to basically say that like, because she's a paladin, so she uses divine magic anyway. The rage is effectively like the rage is kind of a combination of the two, like her innate sort of, you know, her actual anger like that comes from her heart, and also just mixed in with a little bit of divine shit, so she effectively goes Super Saiyan. Like she has gray hair normally, and it just like glows slightly gold, like it glitters slightly as she does, and she just fucking she looks like just yeah.
Can you be
terrifying.
raging and smite things?
Yes, you can.
What? Oh.
I only
I
certain
believe so,
you can do the normal
Oh.
smite this part of
Yeah,
the class,
you
but
can
you can't do like
the normal
spells.
divine smite.
Yeah,
you can't do,
yeah.
like,
Not
branding
like
smite or
blinding
something,
smite or wrathful
yeah,
smite.
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
'cause
you
those
can't do those,
require-
but you can do divine smite. Which yeah. So yeah, I've got this kind of this image, like you know the first episode where Goku goes Super Saiyan. Basically that, like it is effectively just like I'm just gonna have this in my back pocket so that if something bad happens to somebody that my character cares about, it's gonna be bad news for everyone because they have never seen her like that either. And I know she's got it in her. Like I know she's got it in her somewhere.
Also, Monty, I don't know if I quite heard you. We got a long rest in, you said?
You did, yeah. You guys got
Okay.
a long rest in. So you guys level up and you get your long rest. You get all your stuff back essentially.
Hit that funny button.
Mud Dog 83, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub for 41 months. Thank you so much.
I get my tentacles back.
You do.
Tentacles!
I
He
get tentacles
returns
back.
the return of the king.
For real.
I just got access to so much stuff.
Yeah, because you get your subclass at 3rd level, so
I
Yep.
get a few more spells.
yeah, the fighter and the barbarian both get their subclass here.
Wonder what subclass we're taking, Max.
I mean, you got 2 more spells. I got 7 spells from this level up.
I still get Pact Boon.
What do you mean 2 more spells? I got 1 spell from this level up.
I got 3.
Can I borrow your
And
tentacles
that's-
to make some
and that
calamari,
is-
Max?
I got 3, and that is not even related to my actual spell table. That's just my Pact Boon.
Na 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 na. I want to eat some calamari.
What would Kraken taste like?
Oh,
Like a literal
Sounds
kraken.
real good.
Probably like
Probably like squid.
Yeah, really tough calamari.
like octopus.
Just
I love
really
octopus,
good.
man. It's just so good.
I can't eat
it's
it anymore
really
because
good.
of how smart they are, but it tastes so good.
I feel
Oh my God,
bad
sorry, I
because
just
they're
coughed down the mic.
intelligent, but that
Yeah.
but at the same time, I'm like, shouldn't have been delicious, you fool.
No.
Idiot.
Oh
Fucking
no.
idiot.
Listen, pigs are
What
also
are you
very
doing?
intelligent, and that doesn't
Yeah.
stop me either.
Yeah. You
Pigs
probably
are
have to boil the
smarter
hell
than-
out of it.
Yeah.
Deep sea creatures tend to be pretty sulfuric. Ugh.
Ugh. Tastes like farts.
For forbidden calamari.
I wonder if like it would be like a blobfish. Like when you take it to the surface,
Oh.
like the pressure difference causes it to like go bad, go bad mode.
Ugh.
Hmm.
My favorite is, do you remember that fish, the video we watched, theropod, like the deep sea walking fish, and like the light
Yes!
is put on it, and it looks like it's been caught with its hand in the cookie jar, and it's like, ooh. He looks so frightened and afraid.
I really hate those really deep sea like jellyfish that just look like they have really long thin legs.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, they're like otherworldly.
Freak me the fuck out.
Deep
yeah.
sea creatures are either
Yeah.
SCP shit or meme fuel, and there's no in between. It's. I love the ocean.
Here, I'm just gonna like grab this video for you guys to watch at your leisure here, but like the thumbnail kind of encapsulates this fucking guy's energy. Look at him.
Ugh.
He's just a little guy.
He's just a funny little guy.
The ocean is full of terrible creatures and deep sea horrors. Meanwhile, ocean creatures be like,
No.
Oh god, I hate that.
"What?
delete
He's
that.
just a funny
Please
little
delete
guy."
that.
Yeah,
No, please delete it.
Delete it.
Okay,
Please.
I'm sorry.
I hate that.
I'm sorry.
I love gulper ears. Eels are so weird
Sorry.
and strange.
Look
sorry,
up pictures
sorry,
of a
that just
gulper
just
eel.
activated something primal in my brain.
I'm
I didn't
You're
enjoy
playing
that.
a fathom. Whatever. You're playing
I
a
don't
deep
have
sea
to
world.
look at it, dickhead.
Yeah, you know what? That's fair. That's fair.
Oh my god.
You should have seen. I had a spider token in today's game, and I used the most disarming stock image of a spider ever, for Leah's sake.
I am afraid of spiders, and I am not afraid to admit it. And not just like haha joking. I mean, if there's a spider in the room, I will probably cry and stand on something.
I got over my fear of spiders. I don't like having bugs on me in general. Like, don't touch me. You know, respect my personal space. But like, I got over my fear of spiders because I worked at a pet store and there was a tarantula, and I'm like, I'm gonna get over my fear of spiders. I'm gonna touch that tarantula, and I didn't. But like, something about it like just kind of changed my brain chemistry, and after that, I was a little less freaked out by spiders. I still don't like them a whole lot, but like now I can actually like cup and release them instead of before I would just kill the shit out of them. But now I'm like, no.
One of my partners has a pet tarantula, and I'm just like,
They're
Damn.
This is why for spiders you just use images of Spider-Man.
or
I-
peacock spiders, which is so
This was
cute.
the image I used.
Perfect. I was gonna say, my favorite thing about like was just like someone posted like anytime if at any point you think the tarantulas are like out to kill you and the most like evil and like out to kill you creatures ever, I just want to let you know that my tarantula is currently inconsolable and has had her eyes covered with her front mandibles because she stepped on her own foot and she doesn't want to move.
oh.
And it literally shows a picture of a tarantula that is like all scrunched up and like one foot is on the other, and it's just like, oh my god. So
I mean, it does kind of remind me of that series, like by that like Pixar animator that's being made on YouTube. I think it's called Lucas the Spider
Lucas
or
the
something.
Spider, yeah.
Yeah,
Very cute.
very
I like-
well done.
I like peacock spiders because they're just like they're funny little guys. They're so small and they do little funny little dances. They're so cute.
No, they're the worst. No,
I mean,
no.
What?
My-
They're colorful and like happy and dancing.
The
My
smaller
favorite-
they are, and the more they like skitter, the worse they are. Bigger spiders, better.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's fair.
my
You
favorite
will-
thing about like Australian spiders is when I talk about it out of context and I get to say, "Oh, there's a daddy longlegs in my room," and people who don't know stuff about spiders are like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
Oh, we have daddy
daddy
longlegs.
long. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, daddy longlegs are the best because they get rid of the other spiders.
Yeah, they're also
They-
known as
they-
harvestmen in other circles, which is really cool.
They eat mosquitoes.
They hang outside of bee hives and they would collect the dead bodies of bees and shit.
Go watch
and
the
it's-
Unexpectables.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
do it.
That's why the harvestman looks like a fucking spider, because it's literally based off the harvestman spider, which is the daddy longlegs. Which is my favorite fucking post is just like, this is such a cool like spider species. What should we call it? Some kinky scientist? I have an idea. I got an idea. Alrighty, has everybody leveled up?
Yes.
All right. Well, we already know what Vera and the Vessel are subclass-wise. But Spec, would you like to share with the audience what subclass and your fellow fighters what your subclass is?
Yeah, so kind of revealing my hand here. Spec is trying to find something to fight for, and he's been hearing all these great stories about dragons and Bahamut and stuff, and so he's become a zealot of Bahamut, a zealot barbarian.
There we go.
I thought I mentioned that, but I guess not. I mentioned it off stream, but yeah, I thought I mentioned. Oh, yeah, I did it. I did it. Yeah.
One pathetic clap does not make this very exciting.
Yeah.
Woo, yeah.
I can't clap. I'm on push to talk.
And Elam,
Same.
that is fair and valid. And Elam and Kara, what is your subclass going to be?
Okay, may I make a request? Because I had a cute little 2-minute sub-story thing I wanted to do for why Inkara chose this class.
Sure.
So I had the idea that Inkara chose the subclass that she did because she was inspired by the vessel and she wanted to learn more about Fermentage. And if the vessel was willing that that Inkara would learn about Fermentage from the vessel, and from that picked up Eldritch Knight.
Yeah, no,
Nice.
100%. Yeah, I spend some, like, I'm just, like, showing you the basics of hand symbols, and like Vessel mentioned earlier, like, you're rather clever, I think is something they said, and they would just be like, you kind of have a knack for it as well, just, like, picking up and, like, following along, like, because it's intelligence for you, I think, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
So yeah, you it's just like like you're paying attention and like following the maneuvers, and I'd happily show you the basics, and I will hand you my extra spell component pouch.
Oh, I'm not too sure if I would need that.
Not sure if you
the
do
things-
either, but it'll be like, just a little gift.
Yeah, sure.
Well,
All right. You guys return all home and eat for your meal for the morning, deciding to visit Runara and report on what happened the following morning. So as you all take your long rest, you all heal up, you regain all of your expended spell slots, you regain your expended abilities, and you gain the benefits of a long rest. And the following morning, as you wake up, I'm assuming you all go to meet Runara.
Indeed.
You all begin to walk up the long monastery stairs up to the Temple of Bahamut that stands open air next to the lolling ocean. And as you approach, you see Runara currently lighting what appears to be candles and kind of offering a prayer to Bahamut. And as all of you enter inside, she turns, she goes, welcome back. I had heard you had returned last night.
we are back from the Compass Rose, and boy, do we have a lot to report.
We think we found out what's causing the crashes.
I see. And what would that be?
I pull out the feathers.
She kind of cocks her head towards the feathers, doesn't seem to quite understand.
Have you heard of harpies?
Yes,
They have
I have. Wicked creatures.
They have a song that lures you in or something.
Indeed, that would explain a lot. That would explain why the ships are crashing. Any sailor has spoken stories of harpies. To know that they have nested here is... I should not allow something like that to pass again. Thank you.
It gets worse as he'll pull out the journal, because I think the journal was given to me. And,
I have the journal.
Oh, you have the journal? Okay.
Yeah.
I have the journal, yeah.
Vera has the journal.
Okay, then.
So we also found the source of something else, and she pulls it. She pulls out the journal and kind of opens it to the page and lays it out in front of her.
I'm gonna pull out the talisman as well, because
You
the
watch.
journal references the talisman.
You watch as Runara takes the journal and kind of gently flips through it. I see. I remember Aletha's husband, Brastus. He stayed here after the ship crashed, but he died many years ago. Come, I'll take you to his grave. And you watch as you kind of follow Renara, and she kind of takes you off track a little bit, and you notice up on the top of like sort of this mountain hill, a singular tombstone, more or less. It's not like a stone tombstone, but it works. And as she kind of leads you forward, you see a grave atop the cemetery covered in white flowers and marked with simple wooden slabs. His grave is here, and Renara kind of gestures to it.
Despite the talisman being an unholy item, and Vessel kind of finishes doing some like not like prayers, but like gentle, respectful kind of motions towards the grave, probably akin to Bahamut. But they'll step forward and say, we believe the amulet to be that of Orcus. Hey, I'm sure you understand the weight there, but our hope is if we return it, the light of undeath will be over.
Unfortunately, the only way that the holy symbol could be accepted is laid upon the feet of this grave. And she kind of gestures towards it and steps back, allowing you guys to do it.
Ankara, would you do the honors? I believe you hold it.
I guess so. Can I just like weakly toss it from the grave? Just be like, all right then.
You kind of cautiously toss it atop the grave, and for a moment, there's a sort of like moment of quiet and awkwardness. But then, after a time, you watch as the talisman kind of begins to just like fall apart, like the hairs kind of fall off of it and are blown away in the wind, and the wood almost like chars itself and then turns to ash. And as the holy symbol just melts away atop the grave, all of you hear in the back of your minds a sense of peace and quiet.
Well, that was
Vessel kind of just gets on their knees really quickly and does a quick prayer for those lost.
As you do your prayer at the vessel, your mind is racked with a vision. One similar to the one that you've experienced before coming to Stormwreck Isle. You are once again on the deck of the ship that has brought you here, and you see Stormwreck Isle shrouded in darkness, just as it was in your earlier dreams. But as you sail closer, the darkness breaks, and a dazzling ray of sunshine shines down over the island. A gentle plume of white smoke rises up from the island as the darkness is driven away. Then the darkness and the smoke are gone, and the light swells to enfold you as well, and you feel the love and approval of a gentle god. As your eyes open, you feel peace within yourself.
They just let out a breath and look up towards the skies and they just close the eyes gently and just stay in that kind of position for a little bit, basking in the sun.
Runar kind of steps forward and goes, "It goes without saying, but thank you."
It is gone. The darkness over this land, at least from what I have shown, my purpose here, it is done. At least my calling here, not my purpose. I quite like this place.
That belies me. May I have a bit of your time?
Anything,
Of
for you.
course.
You watch as Runara kind of steps forward a couple of steps, and she kind of gestures you to follow her into the Temple of Bahamut.
All of
Spec
us or
definitely
just,
follows.
Just Vessel.
Yeah, all of us are just Vessel.
All of you. She
Okay.
points
Oh,
all of
okay,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Well,
kind of assumed. I'm gonna
okay.
do a prestidigitation and just put the not on the grave, but right next to the grave, a symbol of Io.
Okay. 1 second. 1 second, sorry. No, go away, Microsoft Edge. I don't care.
Hey, that Windows update. Hey.
I'll update your Windows. As all of you make your way towards the temple, Runara turns to you and goes, "Can you please close the door?"
Very well.
Vera complies.
There is something I must show you. And as you close the door, you watch as Runara's form begins to swirl and shift and contort. You watch as a fog and smoke begin to swirl, and where Runara once stood, in a flash... Sorry, there's a description here. There's a flash like a silent stroke of lightning, and the human woman is gone, and in her place is an enormous dragon with bronze-colored scales.
Yo. Vessel just drops to her knees.
Vera is dumbfounded.
Yeah.
Becca is a little dumbfounded too. Jaws slack.
She leans down to you. This adult bronze dragon leans down to you and goes, "Now you see me as I truly am," she says, tilting her head with an expression that might be a smile on her scaled face. "As you have discovered, this island has many old wounds, and I am now afraid the cycle of violence is starting again. I have but one more favor to ask of you." Vessel,
Speckle.
you may rise. We are sisters. We need not bow to one another.
Yes, indeed. It has been in Draconic a long time since I have greeted another dragon.
I apologize.
Go ahead.
I apologize for hiding myself from you. I was a bit worried that who you are might pick up on it, but it seems you have much more growing to do before that comes to be.
We are close. I sense a deep connection, but I have not, my magic, my strength must grow in order to hold it for the both of us.
She looks towards the rest of you and goes, "I apologize if I have startled you as such. I ask you for your forgiveness."
As far as surprises go, this one's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
There is no need to. Nothing to apologize for. This is amazing.
I must tell a story to you. One that you may have heard once before, but one I must encapsulate. You have traveled upon Stormwreck Isle and have seen the scars of conflict and the way that they have manifested in powerful and wicked ways. According to legend, 2 families of dragons came into being in the very first days of the world's creation. Bahamut, the noble platinum dragon, made the metallic dragons. Gold, silver, bronze, and she kind of nods towards you, the vessel. Brass and copper, and she nods towards you, Speck.
When she's mentioning Bahamut and stuff, Speck is paying very close attention and with reverence and eagerness. Yeah.
Cruel, the 5-headed Tiamat made the chromatic dragons. Red, blue, green, black, and white. The metallic and chromatic dragons share a mutual animosity that originates in the enmity between Bahamut and Tiamat. The origin of this island itself, of Dragon's Rest, is rooted in that animosity. Ages long past ago, a fire-breathing dragon, of which you are familiar, called Sharuth, rampaged up and down the Sword Coast. 3 metallic dragons joined forces to battle Sharuth and imprisoned her beneath the ocean floor, believing seawater would quench her fire and keep her bound forever. But Sharuth's fury, legends say, caused the underwater sea volcanic activity that formed this very island. It is said that Sharuth made Stormwreck Isle from her wrath itself. However, in all likelihood, Sharuth is long dead and entombed beneath the island, but chromatic dragons whisper that she still lives and will someday emerge from her prison. One fact, however, is undeniable. The powerful magic embodied in such an ancient dragon has left a permanent mark on Stormwreck Isle, and that magic has, over a course of history, drawn other dragons to the islands throughout the centuries, making a recurring battlefield in the conflict between chromatic and metallic dragons. And as you know, several of these dragons have died here, each leaving behind a spiritual scar that causes unpredictable magical effects. You watch as she kind of begins to pace and looks past the ocean, kind of in contemplation deep. 100 years ago, a blue dragon tried to harness this destructive magic, and I pleaded with him to abandon his schemes. And when he refused, I had no choice but to kill him, adding another dragon to this island's grave. She kind of shakes her head side to side. Time has passed, and I've grown too weary of this strife. And Stormwreck Isle's wounds are a constant reminder of the cost of such conflicts. I have devoted myself to peace and reconciliation, and I have established Dragon's Rest as a safe haven from violence. I know that you have met Varnoth and Tarak, those who have handled their own sense of conflict and have come to find peace. I must stand here as the leader of this group of hermits and despots. But someone now stokes this conflict once again. This serenity that I have worked so hard to maintain is threatened, and I need your help.
Peace is the first order of the dragons. At least those that understand that fighting between us will never achieve victory. Anything to protect the peace that you have worked so hard for, sister, I will do anything to help.
In my short time here, I've learned there's a lot more to this than glory and victory and stories of valor. There's a bigger picture here for all dragons, and I will fight for that. You have my blade.
This place is special, I think. You say it's wayward despots, but those are the people the most in need of a place to stay. So you have me as well.
And you can count on me.
You have grown, Ankara. When you first came here, you were uncertain, but you stand very proudly. I know I can put my faith in you, and you shall carry it.
Just know that for the most part, I am fighting for the kobold kids, not you.
They are rather charming, they are. Except for Mumpo. She kind of leans forward. He stole a gold coin from my hoard and is still boasting about it to this day. He doesn't think I know, but I do.
Do you need us to talk to him about it?
Oh no, it's fun to see him celebrate his victories that he think he has. Honestly, it's...
Vessel's kind of nodding sagely at this.
She kind of laughs and leans back up. Please listen closely for what I'm about to say. Sorry. A bronze dragon wormling named Adron came to the island a few months ago, and he stayed here to study with me. We are not from the same brood. We are distant family at most. Similar to myself and you, the vessel. However, 5 days before you arrived, he and I had an argument. He rejected my teachings of peace and stormed away from the cloister, and I fear that he went to an ancient observatory on the southeast side of the island, which I know to be a dragon's final resting place. Over the course of the past few days, I've sensed some sort of evil that has arisen there, but I cannot go there myself. I cannot allow my presence to reopen old wounds. You watch as she kind of reaches on top of the pedestal where the humanoid form of Bahamut stands, and she picks up what appears to be a key with a moonstone gemstone, about 3 inches long and 1 inch wide hexagonal prism kind of inlaid into the actual key itself. The key's head is engraved in the shape of a dragon, and she hands it to one of you, who takes it.
Vessel would probably feel compelled to if no one else would do it initially.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Okay. She hands the key to you. It's quite large. And she kind of places it in the palm of your hand. Yeah, gemstones. But it's a nice key as well. You are going to need that to get inside of the observatory. Which one of you has the map?
I think that's me.
Approach, Ankara. Unfold the map. I will show you where you must go.
Sure.
She places a very large, like, taloned finger right here.
I knew something was going to be in the head of the dragon. Sorry. I...
All right.
Will we be able to get there easily by boat?
You may, but I would recommend going by land. The waters around the Clifftop Observatory are tumultuous and dangerous. I do not know if the rowboat would survive.
Good to know.
Seeing as it's already taken damage, we should head overland.
Taken damage? Did you damage the boat?
Unfortunately, due to fighting the harpies, a stray blast, it was my fault, caused it to take a little injury. I have some experience with ship repair. I will do that when we return.
Oh, do not worry about it. I know that
Hey, and,
Varnoff would probably jump at the opportunity to fix something.
Hey, that and also if you're looking for some interior decorating, we did manage to recover the
Oh yeah. Somehow brought up the steering wheel.
Did you bring it with you into the meeting?
I don't know. Can I, Monty? Because it'd be funny.
Sure, yeah.
Oh yeah, we got this. Just clunk.
Ramona flowers it out of your backpack.
Oh yeah, this too. And out of the pants come all these silver bars. I think you would make use of these for the church than me. And just stacks all the silver bars like on a table or something. On a pedestal.
The dragon laughs, this boisterous laugh, and goes, "If you wish for it to be an offering to the mighty platinum dragon, then I shall see it so."
Mm-hmm.
I am glad. You are not stern-faced mercenaries like those who have come before you. You have life in you, and I can trust you with this. I am sorry I cannot help you more in any other way, but it is best that I remain here.
I will ask you this. You asked us to go and find out what is going on, based on your experience and, well, the argument. Can this dragon be reasoned with?
I believe so, but it may be difficult.
So go in expecting a fight.
I have experience dealing with a belligerent dragon of our kind, Renara. I will try my hardest to talk him down.
I would appreciate that very much. I only wish for him to return safe. I worry about the time that has passed and his lack of returning. I would hate to see him fall victim to a deep and dangerous curse.
We'll get him back.
Thank you.
And if Vessel can't talk him out of it, maybe I can smack a little sense into him. And does a little wink.
If it must come to that, then so be it, but be careful.
Yeah, when you say that, you're saying it kind of like, jovially, but Vessel has like almost a haunted look when you say that.
Yeah.
How easy is it to knock a dragon unconscious but not kill it?
Probably very hard.
He is a wormling, but do not underestimate him. He is very strong.
Well, I mean, after that move that Spec pulled off on the ship, you should have seen it, by the way. We certainly won't underestimate him, but I'm sure we've got a few tricks up our sleeve.
Also, Monty, can you check the Discord DM?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
All good.
Alrighty. So as you guys are gonna set out on land. You guys want me to pull up the map for you guys again?
Yeah, let's just start hiking.
Alright. So as you all kind of chart a course here, looking at your map right now, you have basically, I'm gonna start you here. You have more or less 6 miles.
Okay.
Which I'm gonna look that up in kilometers because I'm Canadian.
So you can usually travel about 20 miles on foot in a day over even terrain. Considering it's really rough terrain, that's probably a half a day's travel.
Yeah, basically like a half a day hike. 9 kilometers is like 10k. Runara kind of nods towards all of you and goes, "May Bahamut's blessings be with you. And thank you.
And may Tiamat guard your claws.
May Tiamat become one to reason."
And as you all
I hope one day we will find peace between us.
And as you all kind of load up and shoulder your weapons and set off, heading on land this time, first time not in the boat, you notice as you begin to walk past the docks, Varnoth currently like patching up the boat. It's like half sunk in the water. You all begin to walk on the rather volcanic, craggy rock, heading toward the clifftop observatory, the final dungeon of this module. And someone requested an early end, so that is where we're going to end the session for tonight. And next session, we will start you guys off as you make your way to the clifftop observatory.
Yeah. I think that'll be a very good final.
Yeah, that's a
session.
great ending point.
Yeah.
But no, that was great.
Great session, Monty. Thank
Short
you.
and
Yeah,
sweet.
it was good.
I liked it.
Yeah, short and sweet little session. It's kind of
They-
nice. We can kind of, bookend one thing and start another.
Thank you for letting me jump off the top rope.
Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm. Leah knows I like to do that stuff.
You've done it, I think, twice already in our Sunday game.
Listen, if you can't powerbomb an enemy, then what is even the point of playing D&D? No, this is fantastic. So I will say this, next session, it might be a bit longer, but next session I'd like to finish the adventure, if that's possible.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that'll be, I think, a nice ending point. It might be a bit of a longer session, but I'd like to get it all done next week if possible. Of course,
Let's just do it.
unless someone's not
Yeah.
feeling well or what have you. Like, I'm malleable, but this
It'll
is
be the day after my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday!
Oh.
Yeah, on next Sunday.
Very, very cool. But yes, Runara is in fact a adult bronze dragon, which I think is super cool. There's actually, hold on, there's some really cool art actually I can show you.
Cool.
Yeah, it's
Art.
funny enough.
Cool.
I had no idea when I made this character. Absolutely none.
Yeah, I was like, Hold on, there should be some artwork here. Player handouts.
Very spicy.
I know it's up to the players to decide what they're playing, but I want to see this module done with somebody that's
There you
like a draconic monk,
Oh.
Drake. Ooh. Holy shit!
There she is.
That is
Oh, shit.
rad.
That's so cool.
Yeah, there she is.
I like the wizard in green.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
oh,
He's like, oh,
Oh fuck, oh shit.
Was that the three of us?
Yeah, basically.
I guess. Oh my god, this is gorgeous art. Holy shit.
Yeah, the artwork in this is very, very, very good. Here's another art piece that you can see as well. This is actually the cover, I believe, of the module.
Oh.
Which is a little bit of false advertising, because, like, those are fucking, like, adult-ass dragons fighting, but at the same time, it does kind of fit into the whole...
Yeah.
I mean, is that meant to be Runara and the like lightning dragon in the story?
It might be, yeah. I think that might be what they're doing, is, like, this is, like, the old conflict or whatever that happened before.
Pictures that go hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the one. I love the one where you meet, like, when you see Runara as who she is.
Yeah.
Did I show you guys the Myconid one too? There was some really good Myconid art as well.
I don't think so. I don't think you did.
Here's the Myconid one.
Look at the
Oh.
boys.
They're
That-
so cute.
That and also that's another reason to stop this dragon. If we don't stop the dragon, then the Myconids die.
I love the mushroom dog in the corner.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
There's a mushroom dog in the corner.
And then here's you guys fighting the Spore Servant.
Ah yes, the clicker octopus.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Cloctopus, as they would say.
But yeah, very, very
Minus
good
that.
session, you guys. You guys did really, really well with the observatory. You guys are level 3, which is your cap level for this module.
Yep.
And yeah, the last thing is going to be the observatory. So
Also, I will not reveal what it is, but I will let you know I have specifically chosen a spell just for spec.
Okay. I'm scared.
That's all I'm gonna say.
I
Mom-
have specifically chosen a spell for Vera.
Mom, Dad, come pick me up. I'm scared.
friend. Yeah, I agree with you. Oh, Z-Man Stardust, thank you for reading with Party 4. Hello, welcome to the stream. You caught us
Raiders.
right at the end. I will say
Yeah.
this, like, this module is, like, I intend to run this in person, and, like, I've written up in my write-up, like, you know, dragon-themed characters would be really good for this, like...
Yeah, like if somebody rolled up a Drake Warden, a Draconic Monastery Monk, the Draconic Sorcerer,
Mhm.
and then
like a
like,
paladin
oh.
of Bahamut or something, like...
Yeah,
It was
you're-
really satisfying to interact with this module as a draconic sorcerer.
Yeah, that's why I'm putting in like I think just even as a generic character is just as fine. Like Inkara and Vera have like I love Vera with the fucking the Kraken. Considering it's an island, I'm like that's really fun as well. Like you don't have to be, but it definitely like it kind of helps a little bit with role playing purposes. So
There's enough characters around the town as well to make it flexible.
oh, absolutely. If you guys played a rogue, there's a really cool rogue story that I actually was gonna give to the rogue player, but no one played a rogue, so I was like, okay, that's fine.
I was thinking about it, but then I realized we had no spellcaster.
It's the guy who makes the potions. Like he's actually like a criminal, and like
Yes,
your
no,
rogue.
Yeah, I know you said. Yeah.
Yeah, your rogue quest is you have to find him because he betrayed somebody, and it turns out like it's a bigger story that he doesn't want to talk about, and it's really interesting.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's some really really cool like basically there's a backstory quote unquote for every pre-written sheet. Which is the one, like, it's a good thing and a bad thing. So, like, I really like it for, like, obviously role-playing purposes for really new players, but for, if you want to make your own characters, it's, like, there's not a lot of, like, other things that you can use. You have to kind of, like, make your own. So, for example, For example, the Vessel, you got the Cleric's one. I gave you the Cleric's one.
Which fits really well for Vessel.
Which does, yeah. And then, like, in Kara, you got the Fighter one. And then I don't know what I gave Spec. I can't remember. And then Vera, you had yours very clearly, so I kept with that. But
I think it was tied to, like, the lady. Because she told me about, like, her backstory and stuff. But,
I'm genuinely curious to learn more about the potion maker that we met in the library. Like, what? Because I feel like they're tied to, like, a class that one of the players could pick or something.
Oh, the Kobold who makes the Alchemist Fire?
Yes.
I can't say anything, obviously.
Yeah, no, of course.
But yeah, there's some really good writing in this to kind of really help like players like feel immersed in the story. And like I think anybody who comes in with the attitude of like I want to roleplay is gonna have a good time with this module. Like I do like it for that reason. It's a really nice like stepping stone into roleplaying quite a bit. Especially with all like the little kobolds with all their little personalities and their like little quirks.
Wait, was my story a bit blep? Because I want it to be blep.
Oh, Blep with his knife, his lucky knife, he's like stabbing the air. I like Mumpo because Mumpo literally robbed Runara and thought he got away with it and hasn't been caught.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Yeah, she's like, she totally knows. She's like, yeah, I know, but he's having fun, so I'm not gonna ruin it for him. Which is sad because like there's no way for him to like brag about that without giving away who Renara is. So like that's why I'm like she'll mention it that he stole like he stole from her, but she's like that's fine. So yeah,
Kobold's gonna be dead in 50 years anyway. What's the big deal?
It's fine. Silly.
I live to be 1,000. It's whatever.
Silly little guys. Yeah. But yeah, good session, you guys. It was a little shorter, but that's honestly fine. I think if next session you guys are cool with sticking, to the end. We can end our last session next week, and that'll be Stormwreck Isle. I'm very sorry it's ending. I know, Elam, you're like, could we do more? And it's like, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm actually starting a new D&D campaign next week that I'm DMing, so
perfect.
I'm getting my D&D fill.
You're getting your fix. That's good.
Well, there you go.
Well, I hope everybody's been having fun with this. It's very simple, but it's still like,
It's good.
Compared to my other games, I'm simple D&D is in very stark contrast to my other games. So you know what? I'm really enjoying it.
Snap cut.
It's a nice little reprieve. It's very nice and simple. It's been a lot of fun, and I really like the group dynamic.
Yeah, it's been really good. You all been great. It's nice because like I know Elam and Max, you knew each other, and then obviously Thero and Leah, you know each other. So it was like kind of taking the four of you and being like friends and like mushing them together.
Smash your action.
This is what I do all the time. I just take two of my friends and pick them up by the scruff and I just like smash them together like action figures. Just like get along right now.
Oh man,
Besides, me and Thera had already met once, so it was very easy for me.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you did.
Very
yeah,
easy
and I'd met
Thera
before the Pokemon tournament.
You did, yeah. So there's kind of Leah is the rogue element here. Leah came in, everyone's like
dun dun.
Leah's the sorcerer.
Exactly.
Somebody fucking shoot me.
No, I'm excited to run this like for in person with all the minis and stuff too. Like it's been fun kind of like playing it out and collecting everything for this, and I'm really excited. Honestly, I really enjoyed this, and I'm glad I ran it with you guys, because like there's some stuff I might tweak a little bit and fix up just like here and there, because like probably like I said, my biggest complaint, and this is all the pre-written modules, that there's some information that's kind of scattered throughout the book. So for example, Runara telling you like, explaining to you the story of Stormwreck Isle is like right at the beginning. Like it literally, it's just like tell them the whole like adventure history thing, and I'm like, okay. And then Runara explaining like, the bronze dragon is in a completely different section from like the actual like final area. Like you have to go find it. So it's got some organizational things that are a little annoying, but it's here and there. But for the most part,
I know the way you just described it, but my brain is like imagining that the guide, like the DM's guide for this campaign module, is set up like a choose your own adventure book. Like every time you read a paragraph, it's just like, if players did X, go to page 362.
Oh my god, dude, there are old modules like that.
Sometimes Icewind Dale is like that. Yeah. I'll be honest. Like just in the setup, that is the only complaint I have, is sometimes the information is in a weird spot.
Yeah, same with Dungeon of the Mad Mage, though usually everything is consistently like in the same area, like in the same room, but like I know the worst offender for that is fucking Storm King's Thunder has that a ton. Where it's like,
oh my god, yeah, there's one. Yeah,
oh my
yeah.
god, it's endless. It's like, oh, if players do X here, then all these 3 rooms do something else, and it's like, wow, what a nightmare to deal with. What a nightmare to manage. But like newer adventures are pretty good about not doing that as much, so yeah. But no, good session, you guys. How are you doing, chat? How did you guys like the session? Sorry I didn't tweet out that we were live or on the Discord because I'm terrible. My brain is fried.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Like a really funny deep fried meme. That was your brain.
That was, oh yeah. I'm like, I'm tired. Like I have been like trying to catch up on rest for multiple days.
Sounds like more than one of us needs to go sleep.
Honestly, like I was like I could keep going to like a certain point. Like in my head, I'm like we could end here, but the moment it's like we need an early start. I'm like I'm honestly a-okay with that because I'm a little tired. But
Yeah.
I'm not in a rush to like finish it. Like I'm like let's just get this over with. But like I would like to finish this because like I want to obviously run it locally and whatnot too, and I also want you guys to have it concluded before, you know, when you get so close, you're like, please, 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 I just want to finish it. Let's just get to that ending.
Let's go!
My immersion was ruined because Monty didn't sing for the harpies. I'm sorry! Yeah, it's probably good you didn't do 2 streams today. Yeah, I'm actually, like, I literally had the epiphany because, like, I don't have to prep for Unexpectables because we don't have Unexpectables this Wednesday. So I'm just like, oh my god, we can do Mass Effect tomorrow. So I can do Mass Effect on Tuesday instead.
Yeah.
So that's the plan, is that tomorrow morning I'm going to do Mass Effect. So... yeah.
Be fluid like water.
Can I ask you, chat, what do you guys think of having these like shorter little mini campaign adventures, period module stuff? Do you guys like this as a format? I imagine there's probably not a lot of people, but like, because I love doing these sort of little small shorter pickup games of like adventures and stuff. Yeah, these are fun. Yeah.
Yeah, people are receiving them well.
Which is good, yeah. Because I was thinking about dusting off Keys of the Golden Vault for a different group and just seeing if that would be something people would enjoy as well. But again, I have to temper myself because I don't want to run like I basically like right now running almost a game every day, or in a game every day. Yeah. But yeah,
I don't want to tell you how to live your life, but maybe slow your roll a bit.
Yeah, I want to see how I do with like doing the physical Monday game first, and then go from there.
Hashtag let Monty sleep.
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
No, that's a bad mentality to have. No.
I know it is a bad mentality to have, but yeah, no. Where can I find a link to your Discord? If you just do, does it still work? Hey, there we go. It still works. That's my Discord.
Moobot.
Thank you, Moobot. I'm glad you still exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of Tales of Candlekeep, but it's like episodic heists, basically. Like, and there's even some Candlekeep mysteries that are really good too, as well, that I wouldn't mind running as like their own little mini thing. So, yeah. Alrighty, well, with that, I think we should find somebody to raid.
Yeah, I have an idea for somebody. I'll post a link to them because you know the VRF gym? This is one of the trainers.
I'm gonna message you.
Oh. Ah, right. Never mind.
Yeah.
I see Draco.
Draco is on. I'm raiding fucking Draco. I never see Draco on. We're gonna be raiding my friend Darko Draco, who's a huge nerd and is mean to me and bullies me and shoves me into lockers and gives me swirlies and takes my lunch money and calls me mean names.
Let's do it! Call Draco Stinky!
Yeah, call Draco... Please call Draco Stinky.
Do it, chat!
Everyone, call Draco Stinky, because she calls me Stinky all the time, like a mean person. Go! Go!
Be free.
Be free. Draco Stinky.
Oh. Get out of here. Go. Be free.
Goodbye.